before we start talking about that game, is there any updates on Davo and if he's going to be able to come back?
I think when he went to his specialist, it was better news than we thought. I don't think it's his ACL, but I think he's got a few more tests to do, so still pretty swollen. But we should know a bit more in the next week or two, probably.
Okay, it's been a frustrating day for Town. What went wrong, in your opinion?
I think it would be fair to say that when we came in at half time, we were less than enamoured with the application of, a good 3 or 4 of the boys out there. We stressed at the beginning of the game, like the importance of having to earn, the ability to do all the forward-thinking stuff, all the pretty stuff around goal. And in the first half, I think it'd be fair to say we were absolutely miles off that, which was really disappointing, And whilst we were better in the second half, and for the last half hour, I think we were pretty dominant. You cannot play for a third of a game, and unfortunately, time ran out on us. And, it's hard to be much fairer than that.
The substitutions in the second half seem to provide a new attacking threat. What are your thoughts on their performances?
Yeah, do you know what? I think for Jack Samways, I said to him after the game, I thought he did brilliantly, really good, gave us that impetus and that energy, having been out injured for quite a period of time. Young Kai came on out of the 23s and was good, and whilst Jimbo was disappointed to miss his chance, all added some value, and that's what it's about. When you get into these games thick and fast, we're looking at how everyone can contribute. So, yeah, I thought in context they did all right.
The sin binning of Leon, how did that change the game as we were charging forwards and then we sort of had to take
a bit of a strange one, really. There was just a few very odd decisions, if I'm honest. I think it's always telling when their bench come up to you at the end of the game and are kind of in collective agreement. It was all a little bit strange, but because we were on top, and it really kind of takes a sting out of the game, which obviously helped them. But we're disappointed in our performance. I think in some of the officiating, but we've got to concentrate on what we can control.
Yeah, you just mentioned the officiating. It was pretty bad today. What were your thoughts on sort of the referee?
It was just a bit odd, if I'm honest. I don't think anyone intentionally has a poor game, but I think everyone's got to be held by the same kind of standards. That when we fall below them, the players are judged and we're judged. And I think, the petty incident like booking Kai Crowhurst when he goes on after 2 of their players have been waved on. Ref walking him back from 3/4 over, the other side of the pitch to book him. It just all seemed a bit pointless, and we tried to get a basic explanation out of him, but unfortunately that was not forthcoming.
And finally, what needs to change for Varndinians next week?
We talked a lot at the beginning of the game about intensity, and for 45 minutes, it was poor. We've got to understand that if we want to finish in and around the top places in the division, we've got to be at a level every single game. We can't just turn it on when Broadbridge Heath come to town or when we play New Haven or whatever. And so there's an expectation they've got to do that. And there'll be boys who came on, who did well, who'll be rightly, pushing to start in the next game. And I think, as you can probably tell, we're bitterly disappointed that we didn't win. But equally, you take a point from it, and it's valuable. But if we approach the next 3 or 4 games with that mentality at the beginning, I think it'll be a difficult few weeks. So we'll be looking for a serious improvement on that.
Thanks, Ben.
Thanks, guys.